guys, welcome back to another video here on Boreal Bushcraft Canada. Just the other day, one of our members and administrators on Facebook was asking where he can purchase a 12 by 12 tarp. Unfortunately, I couldn't come across anything, although I found another post. I believe it was in Nova Scotia Bushcraft, another one of our Facebook friends, where they did say that you can pick one up at Canadian Tire. Now, I think it was Nova Scotia Bushcraft. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I went to the Canadian Tire store here in my area, and I found this baby over here. Although the dimensions do not fit my criteria, because I like square tarps and not rectangular ones, what I did, I purchased a 12 by 10, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold over 2 feet, and I'm going to re-sew it and make it into a square configuration. I'm not going to get into the remodeling of this baby over here on this video, although, like I said, I might be doing this alteration to this thing here. What I want to do is just do a little short review of what's available at the retail stores here in Canada, and I came across this. It's not an expensive product, it's pretty decent, and stay with me and we'll go through the review together. Being a customer of Canadian Tire, I shop there all the time, I never thought that they sell tarps like this, okay? I thought they only sell that plastic stuff there, that polyurethane, whatever. This one here in particular is made out of polyester. They do say canvas, okay? But for me, canvas, I would think, would be something made out of a natural material, like hemp or cotton. Although this one here is made out of polyester, it's pretty rugged. It's got a tight weave, okay? They claim that it is waterproof. It vents, okay? It's mildew proof, and it's aging resistant. Now, it has grommets every 36 inches approximately, and I tested them. They claim that they are made out of brass, and I did check them with the magnets, and they are made out of brass. Therefore, they're not going to rust on you, okay? It's double stitched. The hems are all double stitched, okay? And it's flexible and easy to fold. And they also claim it's ideal for recreational application, storage, construction, transportation, yada, 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 yada. We know what we want this baby for. We want to use it as a tarp. You have to understand, most of the stuff that these guys sell is made in China, okay? So if you're looking for like high-end quality, you're not going to find that here, okay? This here, on the other hand, price point, it's a winner. Size-wise, this one here is a 10 by 12. But you've got to bear in mind, and they do mention it on the leaflet, it's not exact. 10 by 12 or 8 by 10 is the cut size. Therefore, when the product is finished and it's hemmed, you're going to lose a couple of inches on both sides. So it's not exactly 10 by 12 or an 8 by 10. Now, as far as being fire retardant, I'm not sure. I know from doing a little bit of research on the net, some polyesters are fire retardant, although I'm not 100% sure. But when we take this baby out in the field in a couple of days with Pat, we'll be putting it up next to a campfire, and we're going to see if the ambers that fly in the air, like if they sit on it, if they'll put a hole through it. I don't think they will. Maybe they will if they sit there for a long time, but I don't think we'll have an issue with that. You have to understand, it's not an expensive product, okay? This thing runs for about 80 bucks, okay? And I think it's really worth it. Now, if you want high-end, perfection, you're going to have to go with something else. If you want something that'll, get you by, and I'm sure that something like this will last you for years on end. I don't think that this thing is going to fall apart on you, Hey, it's only 80 bucks, guys. So, you get what you pay for. Draw the camera a little closer to this baby over here, and I want to show you some of the stitching and where you have to be careful when you're purchasing it, okay? Because like I mentioned before, some of the stitching is off a bit. So it's not a big deal, it's not a deal breaker, although being anal as I am, I look at these little details. And the other thing that I want you to understand, that I want you to see, this is not a one-piece sheet, okay? It comes in 3 sections. So you got a short section here, which is about 48 inches. and then you have a larger section on the in the middle over here, and you got another section which is about 36 inches on the bottom. So it's 3 pieces, and you got to pay attention to the stitching, because if you're gonna get any water penetration, it's most likely going to come from the stitching where they put these pieces together. So keep a close eye on this. You see, this is what I was talking about. Sometimes they miss and they just go over it again. Now, it's not a big deal, all right? It's not a deal breaker as far as I'm concerned. But like I said, I'm a little anal, and I like things perfect. And the other 3 packets that I opened, 2 or 3 packets that I opened, they were way worse than this here. So when you're purchasing this thing, guys, make sure, open it up over there, you know, because these guys are not, they don't have the best policy when it comes to returns or refunds. You know, they usually give me a hassle when I want to bring something back there. So make sure you look at all the stitching. So there you have it. I'm sure that this thing is waterproof. I don't think water is going to go through it. Although, like I said, we are going to be taking it to the test next time I go out with Pat. But I just thought that I should do this little review on this item. Another little bit of information that I would like to let you in on is I'm working closely with a French-Canadian artisan from way up north in Quebec here who makes tents at home. This is no mass production factory. She makes tents one at a time. Everything is hand sewn, and it's like the old style canvas tents. It's not going to be a wall tent. It's not going to have a floor. And I've been waiting for this thing for the longest time. So once I do get it in, I'm going to check over the workmanship, and if I'm content, if I'm happy, which I'm pretty sure I will be, because the information and the feedback that I got from friends of mine who have purchased her items, they were flying. I mean, they're amazing work, you know. Again, if I'm happy with the work, I'm going to ask her to make tarps like 8x8s or 10x10s for BBC, which will be available on our site later on in September. So stay with me, guys. I want to thank you for being here again on this video. I know it was a short one, but again, thanks very much, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. So long.